Good day, everybody. Welcome to another Yannis Pappas Hour, the only true source of news and commentary, the most important podcast that America has ever produced. That is a statement from Harry Truman himself, just as important as Fat Boy and Little Kid. And what that happened, that was bad. 14,000 years ago, apparently in Germany, they just found a cave where there was some writing. And hunter-gatherers lived in this cave in Germany 14,000 years ago. I wonder what that writing on the wall was. Was it a symbol that went like that? DeSantis has changed campaign managers just because his team's not making the playoffs. So it's time to see if somebody else can inspire these guys being him. When you're in last place in the league, you got to make a change. So DeSantis is going with somebody new in his camp. So that'll be interesting. There's a heat wave in Arizona and California that is making homeless people want to go inside. Now, California's probably finally we can get Venice Beach back. So that's the irony, is those are great places to be homeless, but now climate change or global warming, I know they call it climate change now because they don't want people to think it's just heat. But it does help the homeless situation in Venice. Okay, they're probably just all in the water, cooling off. They live in the water now, or they're going to move inside. There's a lot going on, but what we really want to talk about is AI models and how much money they are making on OnlyFans. These girls aren't real. I think people think they're real, and they're getting paid big bucks. And the person behind them is a booty boo. This is Yannis Pappas Hour, and let's get into this week's major stories. And by major stories, I mean the ones that I looked up and wrote on this paper plate.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and there's something up. Now here comes a great kid, you know you can trust. From the true who's who to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid's screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day.
Okay, my live dates, guys. August 17th, it's just about sold out. It could be right now. Literally a handful of tickets for Huntington, Long Island at the Paramount Theater. Dallas, Texas, August 24th through 26th. Tickets at YannisPappasComedy.com. Let's go, Dallas. We need some tickets there. Springfield, Missouri, September 9th through the 7th through the 9th. Calgary, Alberta, September 22, 23. Fort Wayne, Indiana, September 29, 30. Red Bank, New Jersey, October 14th at the Vogel. The Comedy Mothership in Austin, Rogan's Club, October 19th to 22nd. San Francisco, October 27th, 28th. Sony Hall, New York City, November 4th. Providence, Rhode Island, November 10th and 11th. Phoenix, Arizona, November 16th and 17th. Spokane, Washington, December 1st and 2nd. Tulsa, December 8th and 9th. Louisville, December 15th and 16th. Royal Theater, March 23rd. Guess what, Vancouver? It's being booked right now. So I'll see you also in January. I'll be updating you quickly. Most importantly, patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour. We are a subscriber-only show. This show is going to be the best podcast experience that you have. Please support the show. Get the bonus episode every week. Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour. Now, let's see what's going on in the world. Well, we decided we were going to do the first half of the show while we wait for Little Athens Greek food. Shout out to probably the best Greek food in Bay Ridge. And I know I had some previous loyalties to other restaurants. I'm sorry. I'm fair like Dave Portnoy is when he's doing a pizza review. I'm fair. There's some people who I know, I've met, and I like your spots. You're great. But Little Athens, I don't know who owns it. I'm just being honest. The food is tremendous. Tremendous Greek food at Little Athens. So we order it, and right now we're going to do the podcast till it comes, and then the second half of the podcast will just be me sitting here going, with the itis.
This is like 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, by the way, the itis is short for something that's very offensive, but the African-American community is okay with that, the itis.
That's where you got it from.
Well, that's where it was created.
Yeah.
They created it, I believe. But nobody knows what the rest of the word is, and that's a good thing. So it's just the itis now, which is what you can do. So we can do that with other words instead of just call it a gut. Just how about a got? That guy's a got. Or man, I'm feeling like a real got. There you go. Just shorten the word. Get rid of the and whatever, you know? Anyway, I would really like to talk about Germany. And so apparently there were hunter-gatherers that were living there in Germany 14,000 years ago in a cave. And they made some etchings on the wall. And it went like this. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. You didn't. Do you think it was in the genes from the beginning, right? Do you think it was just a bunch of Germans and their hunter-gatherers going, oh, it's cold. We need a little place to lay our hat. Maybe drink a pint of beer to get warm. This is my new flat. My name is Hansenhusen. And welcome to the flat here in what will one day be Heidelberg. And then one guy comes in and goes, ooh, it's really cold out there. Do you guys mind if I bunk up with you? Oh, what's my name? My name is George Blacksmith. I'm a traveling blacksmith. I make the furs that you guys are wearing. I figured out a way. You know, you make them and then I'll trade them for a couple of pellets. Why do I have a feeling right now about you that's uncomfortable? I'm not sure. I'm offering you a very good deal. What's your name? My name is Magnus. Magnus, listen, I'm offering you a very good deal. Usually you would have to go hunt this fur down, right? Kill the bear, and then you would have to skin it. But I had my factory. I had my factory of Inuits. There's Inuits on you. What's an Inuit? Well, we went all the way through. We offered all these people good pellet deals. We said, we'll give you a lot of pellets if you could make a really good fur. There's a lot of hunter-gatherers out here. I saw an open market, so I figured I'd fill it. Okay, I was in the blacksmith business. I was making shoes. I don't even know if that's what a blacksmith is, but I got into the fur business because there's a lot of hunter-gatherers in caves. And he came and he knocked the door. Excuse me, is anyone home? Hi, I have an opportunity for you. It's winter. But why are you making me so uncomfortable? So you're exploiting the Inuit people? And then you're charging what? Low cost for them of pellets for them to make it? How much for the cloths? Well, the cloth, I'll give you a very good deal. Here's the situation. How many of you are there in there? Okay, we got Magnus, 3 women, and who's the blonde girl in the corner? Is that a boy or a girl? It's a big girl. Okay, it's a big girl. You Germans are big. You're big people. All right, so we got one unisex. We got one unisex, 2 girls, 1 guy. How about this? I give you a deal, 30% off if you buy all 4. This is making me very uncomfortable. Maybe it started there. Because they didn't understand. The Germans were just going, we cut this sheet off, we put it on, and this guy found a better way by using his brain. And that, when people use their brain, it makes very strong people annoyed. Because strong people are like, smash with rock. And this guy's going, I'm over here. I hired a person. You can't throw it over there because I got a rocket launcher and it's right at your head. Never again. Maybe that's where it started. I want to know what these etchings are. It's been 45 years since an attempt to lay sewage lines in a Paleolithic site in Germany revealed an ancient cave. Now, experts, who are these experts? Is it a couple of guys? That's the internet age. There's no experts anymore. What does Joe Rogan say about this? Can someone give me a Lex Friedman opinion on this? I need to know what the Weinstein brothers, who probably are doing a full podcast episode on this because now they're archaeologists as well. I want to know what they think about this right after I hear their epidemiology podcast from a sociology professor from Greenwood. He wasn't. He was like some sort of biology, whatever. They're 2 brothers. They identified the site in 78. This goes back 14 and 16,000 years. Wow. They figured that out in 78. Then they returned to the site in 2021 in hopes of learning more about the cave. It wasn't until July 4th, a happy birthday, big girl, 2023, I was at Verzi's house drinking and exploding fireworks, that the entrance to the cave was actually unearthed. Oh, so they didn't get in there till 2021. They discovered it in 80s, and they went in there and they saw a bunch of swastikas on the wall. It's Germans. I mean, that's what they were doing. They were German. There was probably a bunch of things. There was piles of Romani people sketched in, and they were squashing gay people's heads. I mean, they're Germans. You know, a couple of Greeks they were throwing against the wall like it was just a sketch of a big German Viking with a Greek in his hand going like that, throwing it. It's a big deal. We know what's in there. Okay? This is where the Nazi party tried to start. And we're back. Thank you, Little Athens. And also for the free Dolmadres. Dolmades. Did I just say Dolmadres? For the free Dolmades, you're welcome. You're welcome for the story. You're welcome that I mentioned you. That's right. That's our sponsor, Little Athens. They get free. When your food's that good, you get a free plug right here on the YP Whore. What if I pronounce it different? Why do I try to make it like special? Go, it's YP Whore. So yeah, I mean, that's what happened in the cave. And so there was hunter-gatherers around, and that's where they lived. That was their crib. Hey, dog, you want to come over my crib? And they lived in a cave. I don't know if it's a 5-beddy. I don't know how many baths are in there. It's really a studio. It's like a junior 1-beddy. Maybe there was a little area. Do you think they had cave like real estate people?
Oh, yeah, they had a Cave Zillow.
Yeah, Cave Zillow. Going, hey, look, this one's good. It's about 600 Scosfits or whatever the Indo-European ancient language was or whatever. And they go, yeah, no full bath, just half bath. And the half bath is just that mud hole right they had to find a place to shit. If you think about it, there had to be a designated place to shit, and they had to figure out how to maneuver the shit so it wouldn't continue to stink up the whole joint.
You go shit in your neighbor's cave.
That was like pre-plumbing. Whoever came up with plumbing really changed a lot. Really came and saved the day. Some guy was just shitting in a hole. They were falling asleep. And even dogs will walk away from their shit and want to be as far away from it as possible. But in the cold weather, the humans are in the cave and they have to kind of shit where they sleep. Until one guy said, there's got to be a way to disappear this stuff. How do we disappear it? I'm going to build a thing, man. I'm going to build like a thing, and we're going to, we got to stay in the crib because it's cold out, but I'm going to build a tube. You're going to shit in a hole, and it's going to send it through, and we're getting it out of here. How come the guy who invented getting shit out of there doesn't get a lot more credit?
That's a hero.
It's a hero, and also there's a lot of bacteria and stuff that comes with shit. Shit disappears out of your life. You know what's funny is every day where you live, there's like a shit in the house, and it's taken away. It's gone. There's an apparatus that puts it right out to sea. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It goes right out. Like it's the one bad thing we do. And we're like, we had one problem. We're like, we can be inside. Everything's kosher.
Yeah.
You know, but I got this one issue. I got to shit. So how do we, and some guy, dude, came along.
Dude, there's like 8 billion shits a day if you think about it.
Dude, if you think about it, where does it all go?
Where does all that shit go?
Where does it all go?
There's mountains of shit out there.
I know it comes out of politicians' mouths. That's this podcast. That's this one. That's this one. That's this one. We get the high-hanging fruit. But yeah, where does it all go?
I don't know. Shit mountain.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We don't know. Somebody knows. I think they put it out into the ocean. Here's the worst part. I think a lot of the toilet water that they use, they recycle now. But they actually really know how to clean it, which is nuts. Like on the island of Britain, Britain is an island, I think they reuse all their toilet water and they drink it. And that may have something to do with their teeth looking like chiclets. You know, chiclets?
Uh-huh.
They look like chiclets. Some of our poop gets used as fuel. Where's that? What fuel does shit use? Heating the very facilities that process our waste. And the rest eventually reaches landfills. But before the fate of your poop is sealed, a long series of steps ensures it's free from disease and safe for farms and waters. Because they use it to like fertilize stuff. They got a whole system.
Oh, yeah, there's sewage treatment plants.
Yeah, shit's not a problem because shit disintegrates. And the pee, where does the pee go? Where's the pee? Where does pee go? Where does poopy and pee-pee go? This was not part of the podcast plan, but if you wanted to find out where poo-poo and pee-pee goes, this is where you wanted. A lot of people are driving their cars right now and have never found out the answer to where's my pee-pee go? Poo goes. Look, someone just asked the University of Sydney, where does my poo when I flush the toilet? Where does my poo go when I flush the toilet? Poo. I love how poo's the polite way to say shit. Dog shit.
Damn.
The average person's colon can often hold 8 to 25 pounds of accumulated poo.
You're really full of shit.
In 1914, 57 of the world's leading physicians met at a health conference, and they concluded that every organ of the body is affected by reabsorbed poisons from the colon, which result in many forms of illness. That's why you got to shit it out.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it.
You can't hold poos. Listen, if you're on a road trip and you you don't see a way stop for a long time, there's no Roy Rogers pullover gas station. Just get out and squat and shit like the old bears do right there in the woods. Wipe your ass with a leaf, hopefully no ticks on it, and get back. It's better and safer than carrying that poison in your colon. I've held shits for a long time, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're younger and you meet a girl,
Oh, you hold the poop, Jack.
you hold your gas in too.
You do. I mean, living in a cave with your whole family, you got to hotbox everybody. I bet you they had jokes. I bet you farts were always funny.
Always funny.
Always funny, even in the cave.
Yeah.
But they were like really concerned about animals finding out where their coordinates were. There's a bear where I live, and like when I'm walking home with my dog, like I'm nervous because of the bear.
There's a bear bite?
Yeah, I thought I would escape Brooklyn and I'd be not scared because there's no crime. But then there's like animals. There's a bear that, it's in the back of your mind. Like they usually don't fuck with you, but like they might.
Yeah, you could reason with a crackhead.
You could reason with a crackhead. Say, hey man, listen, dog, don't kill me because I do have a toaster. I have a toaster. I can trade my life for a toaster. You want the toaster. A dead me's not going to get you another crack rock. And he's like, good point. Bears, they don't talk English. That's a problem. And they don't understand rights. They're not into John Locke. It's the whole thing. It is cool, though, to think that there was hunter-gatherers in the Ice Age living in caves, and they survived somehow. And because they survived, we're here. Imagine there was at one point where probably it was tenuous. There was probably one point where there was just one dude named Sven, and, he could have went one way or the other. Like, it was probably like one group of hunter-gatherers, and they might have been like the last group on Earth because the rest of them got frozen out or they got eaten by saber-toothed tigers. And there was just this one group, and then like they made one right decision, but if they made the wrong decision, it would have wiped out all 15 of them, and then there would be no humans. We're all descendants of like a lot less people. So all the way back, we're related. It's just so far back, right? Like, thank you, guys. I just want to say thank you to those dogs, I guess. But if they didn't, we wouldn't know, so who cares anyway? So I guess thank you.
They weren't thinking about you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when I'm healthy, I guess when I'm in the moment and I'm practicing mindfulness, I guess thank you for surviving and so you could reproduce, I guess. When my grandmother died of lupus, I guess she was happy she was here. I guess so. I don't know. You got to look on the brighter side of life. I bet you these guys, do you think that, the thing is, do you think these guys had time to struggle with depression or anxiety? Anxiety and depression have to be in some way a modern creation, right? Because it is the depression and the anxiety is actually your fight or flight brain firing off in a wrong way, because we've only been civilized for a couple thousand years, and these guys were around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So for thousands and thousands, our brain is more equipped to survive back then than it is to pay the water bill, or to deal with some comedian selling more tickets than you. It's not equipped for that. Life! Did I do that on the Patreon? I think I did it on the Patreon. You have to go to the Patreon for how I talked about how much I love Matt Rife and what he does to comedians' nervous systems. Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas. That was an excellent episode. Those episodes back there are getting so off the wall. You got to go check them out. Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas. You put it in and you join. You get the video and the audio. I don't even separate it. I don't even hold anything over your head. I give you the whole episode. They're the best around. Unbeatable price. What are the pitches you give? You're going to enjoy it. more for your buck, banging your buck, banging, pookin', right there, supreme fun, absolute relaxation, satisfaction guaranteed, motion discrimination apply, free return upon sender, dissatisfaction, dissatisfied, send it, put it there, organic, 100%, raised in the United States, tobacco free, kids safe, scientist approved, National Academy registered, USDA, farmer approved, Patreon content. Did I get everything?
You covered it all.
I think I got it on.
Yeah.
Safety taken into consideration. Buy one, get one half price. Maybe.
No.
No. Buy one. Join the cult. I don't know.
No refunds.
Yeah. Some people nail it. Some people just nail it and you go, I got to get it. I got to get in there. I got to get it. DeSantis just doesn't have it. Speaking of marketing and the sales, he doesn't have it. You can't keep your eyes off of Trump even if you hate him. And Trump's back doing his thing. I saw a speech he gave the other night, and he's like, I'm banning transgender in the military. And the crowd, and he goes, I spoke to the generals, and the generals go, he did the voice, he goes, is this off the record? I don't like it. He goes, I don't know, folks, I don't know. We're getting rid of it. I don't know. He said, I want to talk about it. Is anyone listening? I don't know. He's back. You can't keep your eyes off him, but here's the problem. We've seen it. People are like, only the most hardcore people are going to be glued the way they were the first time. You've seen it now. Problem with DeSantis is he's a fucking squeak. He's a squeak. He's got a weird, annoying voice. I don't know if Florida's going to tell you. It's really like annoying. And he's also a fucking pipsqueak. I could throw him into a goddamn ceiling fan. So you could ban as many fucking tranny books as you want. I could still pick you up and throw you in your own pool and bang your wife in front of you. It's a problem. People don't like that. They like a tall drink of water. You know, you don't want to see a fucking squeak walk into the pilot's seat on a plane. You like a nice 5'11" to 6'4", just gray beard, paler skin. Everyone has the same joke, but there's something about it that's true. You know, when you see just an older white guy climbing in the American Airlines pilot, you're just like, that's what we're looking for. That's the prototype we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that is. It's not fair. I want to be able to see an 4'7" Indian woman climb into a 747 and feel okay. Technically, she should be able to, barring a smaller brain, she should be able to fly the plane. Right? It's not hard. You don't got to do trigonometry to fly the plane. But for some reason, even the 4'7" Indian woman feels better when she sees a 6'1" white guy with a gray beard crawling to the cat, even in her own country. You know what I'm saying? Because those third world country planes, sometimes they go down. We don't have any planes that go down. You're actually safer statistically in a plane than you are anywhere else all the time. Planes don't go down. And so they got a pretty good track record, like a 6'3" prototypical black wide receiver. It's just what you want. What are we talking about here? How many quarterbacks have there been that are white? Jason Sehorn?
Yeah.
And who else? Colin McCaffrey?
No.
Yeah, McCaffrey's a running back. But I'm saying quarterback and wide receivers. You get the small, mini, speedy ones, that won't be able to tell you where their birthday is after 42 because they get hit over the middle. There's a few of those Wes Walker types and the Julian Edelmans. But as far as cornerbacks, which is you really have to be speedy to be a cornerback, how many white cornerbacks are in the NFL? You know it's going to be slim when there's just a picture of Tim Tebow. That's not his position. They're like, here's a white guy. That's a position that deals with just so much speed. And I don't know what to tell you. It's just I'm more comfortable with a 6'3", prototypical, just African-American gentleman on that field in that position. Similarly, we go to a pool. I want to see a nice 6'4", long-torsoed, hairless, white fucking guy. That's who you put your money on. Is this wrong or is this observation? Here's the thing. It's observation, and it's so accurate, nobody can say anything. Nobody can say a goddamn thing because it's so fucking accurate. Jason Sehorn was the last white cornerback to start in the NFL. You know when that was? 2003, dog. So for 20 years, there has not been one more white cornerback.
Actually, if you read this again,
Yeah.
read this a little closer.
Many think Jason Seymour was the last white cornerback to start an NFL game when he played cornerback. However, Kevin. I'm sorry. So Jason Seymour ended in 2002. Then we had a brief stint from Mr. fucking unknown, Kevin whatever. And Jason Sehorn was decent. This guy was like, I guess they just put him in as a quarterback because they wanted to break the record. They're like, hey, man, this is getting a little weird. Can we just throw one in? Guy? I bet this guy came in for one play just to not make it weird. Like maybe nobody know it, Dog, you need speed so much in a cornerback position and endurance and like quarterback. I mean, a wide receiver doesn't have to be that fast because he can run great routes and get open. But the cornerback has to be faster than him. So there you have it. I don't know what to tell you, but the last white cornerback played in 2003. So that is 22 decades. 2 decades. How many white football players do you think are in the country? A lot. It's a lot of linemen we have the best running back is white. Some of the best. We have white receivers. Some of the best. Some of the best have been white. Very few, but the best. We've had linebackers. Some of the best. The T.J. Watts but not one white quarterback in 20 fucking years. I mean, does it get wilder than that? We have white marathon runners. They lose to Kenyans, but they're in the league. We don't have one white cornerback in the league. Okay? It makes everyone feel comfortable. I don't know why it is. And there's something about aviation that white guys just put on those aviation glasses and they just like being up there. They're just comfortable. Their voices sound like they like being up there. I mean, come on, let me be honest. If you were in there and you heard, what's up, y'all? We shout. You know what I mean? Welcome to Delta Flight 6940. Y'all hurt. We'll be landing in Orlando. Yeah, I mean, about like, maybe a little late, a little 20 minutes late, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I just want to say what's up. Want to give a shout out to my girl. She's out there. She's in Comfort Plus. What's up, girl? Yeah, I would. These salaries, I can't even for family and friends. I can't even go first class, and it was full, so I couldn't even do the free upgrade. You know what I mean? But anyway, listen. I'm up here. It's Shareem, Captain Shareem Johnson. And our co-pilot, I want to say what's up to Jamel Buck. So from Shareem Henderson and Jamel Buck, we want to say, y'all, safe. The skies are, the skies are clear tonight. We're going to do a little tip. We listen to a little music up here. We're going to do a little tip. We're going to make the plane tip. We want to make a party. Y'all so playing. I mean, just a little bit. Or if you went in and you went, hi, how you doing? Welcome to Filipino Airlines. Are you going to be a little like, where's Jeff? Where's Jeff? Where is Jeff? It's just something. It's just, you want your deck done around your house. You're just going, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And you know what I'm talking about. Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmino. Where is Carmino Sandiego? There's certain things I don't know if there's stereotypes or if there's something to the fact that different cultures enjoy different things differently. There's probably a lot of fast white guys out there who could play quarterback, but I just don't think it's in there like what they want to do. I mean, Abby Steiner, she's like fucking one of the fastest chicks in the country. She's white and she runs the 200 and the 400 and she fucking kills everybody. So it's just they don't want to do it. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like it's genetic, like different, although that maybe has something to do with it. I don't know. But it's like they don't want to do it, right? Like I've never met a black dude who say, yeah, I want to be a fucking pilot. I've never met a Puerto Rican dude that was like, yo, I don't want to raise this snake anymore. I want to get behind the cockpit of a fucking Spirit Airlines to Orlando and have a separate family by Disney.
Damn, look at this.
Okay, let's see what it is. Less than 3% of pilots are black. Now, is that discrimination, or are there not a lot of blacks who want to be pilots? Or are they not as good? I mean, what's going on? I don't know. Is there discrimination? Maybe there is. The U.S., I don't know. See, I come from a place of I don't know. I'm doing comedy, so don't get mad at me. I don't know. The U.S. Air Force is nearly 14,000 active daily pilots, only 2%, fewer than 300. Dog, they're scared of the water. Maybe they don't like the air either. I mean, listen, it's a joke, but I've had black friends, and they're just a little skittish around the water, whereas white guys just go, and they get right in there.
Like a dolphin.
Yeah. And the black guys are just like kind of swimming around the shallow end. I don't know what it is. Someone tell me why. I don't know. I'm asking what I've seen. I've had plenty of black friends in there. Only one of them I can remember was very comfortable in the water. Shout out Todd Robinson. He swam. We used to race, and he beat me. Such a competitive guy. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is this discrimination? You just don't know. You know, it's like saying, is it discrimination that there's only? How come nobody ever goes that way? And they go, is it discrimination that there hasn't been a white cornerback in 20 years? How come nobody goes, that's discrimination? Why? I don't know. You know? Because we know it's not. You know? But, so why can't we say maybe in flying it's the same thing? You know? Maybe it's just like they you know, maybe they don't feel comfortable with walkie-talkies because it's like cop shit. You know, like, we're over 4 knots and you start talking, you're like, whoa, I don't know. I'm asking questions. Yeah? I don't know. Is there a lot of Mexican pilots? I don't know. Do you feel comfortable with a woman pilot?
Sure.
Why are you lying? Ladies, put in the comments, are you comfortable with a woman pilot? Okay? Because here's the thing. This isn't misogynist. For therapy, I like a woman therapist. For teacher, I like a woman teacher. For a mother, I like a woman mother. I prefer a woman mother. I prefer a woman, actual woman mother. So there's things that I also prefer for women. There are 32,861 pilots, if you were wondering, that are employed in the United States. 29% of all pilots are women. That's a lot. Tell me which flights they're flying beforehand so I can change flight on the day. Thank you, being a fucking gold member or whatever. 70% are men. Wow, there's 29% of women? They should really let people know that before the flight. Don't you think? I don't know. You should just be able to have a choice. Like, you should know I'm going to be your pilot you should be able to book the flight based on who's flying the plane. Isn't it kind of crazy that we don't book the flight based on who's flying the plane? Like, that's a perfect way for pilots to make more money. Because they just get you there on time, smooth sailing. They got a record. Yeah. And then that would be a way, because they make such little money. That would be a way, like, this dude's a sought after pilot. Yeah, this guy, he's smooth.
You can give him stars like Uber.
Yeah, he gets R, you give him his stars, yeah. and then people want
5 stars.
Yeah, it's like not even based on the time. It's like, yo, I want to fly with Danny. I want to fly on Dan's. The average pilot age is 44. That's great. You don't want a 24-year-old pilot. You don't want a 34-year-old pilot. It's not like TikTok. It's the opposite. This is a job. Older people are so underappreciated in pop culture, you know, because really the people who make society work are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. I want my doctor to be 40s, 50s, and 60s, occasionally early 70s, but after that or before that, we're going, get me a guy who's very experienced. 20s and 30s, I'm not into it. I don't want to go see a heart doctor who's 31. I want nice. 44 is even a little young. Give me 56. Nice gray. You need a gray in the beard. You need a little wisdom-soaked hair. The average pilot's 44. And this is a shock. The most common ethnicity of pilot is white. 81.5%. 7% Hispanic. 5.6% unknown. And Asian, 2.8%. Now, Asian, I want to know what kind of Asian. Okay, I want to know what kind of Asian. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I apologize. You know, we're talking life and death here. You can throw the PC shit right out the window. If my guy's Japanese, I'm not getting in it. What do you mean? Why you give me the look? Sometimes they want to go down in honor. I'm not into it. You know, I'm in some plane. Some guy's a great grandson of somebody who was in Hiroshima. Now we're tying it to the Patreon episode. Patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour coming up on Wednesday. You'll want to hear that episode. Mostly about Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I'm saying you get like a great grandson or grandson of one of those. He flies a pilot. He's been doing his whole life, and he pulls a hello. My name is Anio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepared to die. I'm not in it. I don't want to be a part of that. Hello, hurrah! You killed my father. Prepared to die, and then he fucking kamikazes. I'm sorry. I am more comfortable with Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, Zimbabwean, or whatever the other Asian is. I'm more comfortable. Japanese on planes, they just have a reputation. Few of them like to fucking nosedive. I'm not into a nosedive. I don't know why. But I am very surprised to know that almost 30% are women. Now, I'm going to accept that fact, and I'm going to be honest, I want a tall woman. I don't know why. I want a 6-foot woman. I want a big Norwegian. She might have a dick. You know, a woman who looks like she could have a dick but doesn't.
Yeah.
I want a big, burly woman flying a plane if it's going to be a woman. I want like one of the Game of Thrones chick who fucked the wolf. The whatever his name. I want one of those. I want one of those. You know? I want her to like women. I don't want to hear about I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? They're emotional. Am I saying something out of line? She breaks up with her boyfriend and then she's got to fly a plane. I'm not into it. I'm sorry. I want a strong bull. 2 bulls committed for life, playing board games over boxed wine in comfortable shoes with their dogs. That's what I want. That is what I want. Pretty soon they're going to have robots flying this stuff.
The plane practically flies itself.
They just put it up there in the air and then it just glides itself. And I wonder what they do with it. You ever think they jerk off in the cockpit?
They might.
You think they may just throw up like to the co-pilots? Go, hey man, I'm going to put up the screen, and you know what it is. Put your headphones in.
Maybe they jerk each other off.
Yeah, it's time to discipline the old chicken. They might. They probably sleep a little bit. Do they sleep like when they're just cruising?
Yeah.
Probably not supposed to though, right?
Maybe they get hammered.
Who knows? And then they just all they got to do is take it up and land it. Really, right? The rest it just flies itself. Pretty soon you're not. I don't know what job is going to be available. But listen, this is a pretty scary story you're gonna hear right now. It's funny, but it's also scary. Its implications are nuts. The Red Cross is allowing blood from guy on guys. The Red Cross is now allowing blood donations from men who sleep with men. No, I'm kidding. That's not the scary story. But the Red Cross is allowing blood donations from men who sleep with men. Which, the funny thing about that is everyone is like so, wants to be like, I'm a good person. I don't. But when you're in the office and someone says, would you like the blood from a guy who has sex with men, or would you have the blood from this heterosexual male? Which person is going to take the man-to-man blood? Even though nothing's wrong with it, But you know what I'm saying? Because AIDS is more prevalent in the homosexual community, and so is monkeypox, which one are you going to take?
Oh, so this is interesting. I didn't realize this.
Red Cross ends blood donation restrictions that singled out gay and bisexual men. What the fuck? What are you fucking Warner Brothers in the 50s? What the fuck? Is only Sidney Poitier allowed to be an actor? So, the American Red Cross now allowed to let men who have sex with men donate blood without restrictions. That specifically single out is this because of wokeness? That single out a person's sexual orientation. The FDA dropped a nearly 40-year policy, right? Because of AIDS, I believe. I would guess. It's just a guess. That singled out men who have sex with men. Under the new guidelines, anyone who has recently had sex with a new partner or multiple partners and has also had anal sex would have to wait 3 months to donate. That's true, too, though. Men with sex with men aren't the only ones who like to fucking go through the back door. They do it more often, a lot more often. There's very few girls that let you go back there. And also, to be honest with you, it's very overrated. Okay? It's like an open dry hole. Is that the name of the episode? Open dry hole. It's really like not that great. It's really like, the poo sack is really where it's at.
It just took over porn for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. So the Red Cross is implementing new FDA screening guidelines that apply to all the potential donors and are based on individual risk assessments. The Red Cross provides about 40% of the nation's blood supply. Again, if you get the choice. I'm not talking about like you need an emergency transfusion. I'm talking like, hey, you need a little blood or whatever. You're going to go like, do you got the good stuff? You got the good stuff. Yeah, the real stuff. Give me the, do you have the pure, uncut, hetero blood? The kind of, the risk-free blood. I want that. I want the good old, what God intended blood.
You want the Amish blood?
Can I get that good old boy-girl action blood? Can I see the porn history of the person who donated this blood? You got the good stuff behind the shelf? How about behind the counter? I see what's on the shelf, but behind the counter, can I get some good old Nick Cannon, straight, fucking blood?
I don't know if you want that.
Yeah, he fucks a lot. Just give me some good old hetero. You got the hetero? Imagine they had it on a price list. It's like top shelf. It's like, yeah, you get the man-on-man sex blood. You get it. You can get a decent bottle for $11.14, depending on if it's from California or Spain. They grow great. They grow great man-on-man sex blood in Ibiza area. Portugal's coming up. They've got some great man-on-man blood bottles. But if you go top shelf, you can get some decent stuff. That really does the trick. But if you want to go top shelf, you really want to go with Long Island. They got great hetero bottles of blood. You want to go just hetero, that's what you really want to do. Long Island's got some great blood fields of just hetero. Coppola. Francis Ford Coppola makes some great, and he's got his blood fields right there in Long Island. And it's good hetero stuff. 20-something a bottle.
I actually think you want the lesbian blood. That's the purest of the pure.
Now we're talking exclusive Louis the 14th, top shelf.
That's top shelf.
Fucking bull. Do you have, what's a good year for the bull? I want a bull 1984? Man, that really appreciates. It ages nice. Give me the bull 84. I could take a bull 2022 though. It's a good year. Everyone was inside during COVID. It was a good year. It was good blood. That's the top shelf. That's the Louis the 14th shit.
Yeah.
Fucking bull. Lesbo. Give me the Lesbo blood. Give me the Lesbo blood. And then second, the middle class can do the hetero. And then I think if you're just like desperately poor, I think they give you the man-on-man sex blood. I think that's what you call Medicare blood. We're going to get dinged left and right. Dinged. We're just getting dinged. I mean, this is like Ohtani's at bat. Fucking, it's going to look like his home run stats at the end of the year. Ding, 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 ding. We're fucking hitting dingers. YouTube's just sitting there going, pressing buttons like this. Fucking YouTube's fingers tired. Ding, 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 ding.
The show is heading to Rumble.
We're heading to Rumble. We're also on Twitter now. Or should I say X? We're on X. We put the episode up on X. So let's talk about this. This is very interesting. I did not know this, and this is something you're really going to enjoy knowing about. I'm glad I took that detour. That was a fun detour. I saw the joke, and I took it. I flubbed it. It would have been nice if I said cleaner. This is going to horrify you. This is going to upset you. The Red Cross is now accepting man-on-man sex blood. I flubbed it like I do everything. But the bit was good. The chunk was good. But this is really the closer. I got some other stuff here on the old paper plate as well, on the old pizza plate. I do. Okay? But I got to say, this is, I think, what everyone wants to know because I didn't know it was happening already. And you know who else didn't know it was happening? was a lot of the people who've been duped into giving these chicks money. And when you look at these chicks, it is scary how real they look. I mean, not how real they look. They are real. There's no way to differentiate between a real person. These 3 women I'm looking at don't exist in the world and have never existed. That face, that woman in the middle, her face does not exist anywhere, which is nuts. How do they do that? Or is it like they take a real face and just put it on?
Yeah, they take pieces. Eyes from here, nose from there.
Is that what they do?
I'm assuming it's AI. It's computer
I
generated.
mean, look at the perfection on the bodies. Talk about giving girls. The bulimia index is about to go way up.
Yeah.
Girls are going to start throwing up again.
Yeah.
High school girls are going to be throwing up again because they're competing now with AI. And also trans women who, let me tell you something, ladies. I think there's a lot of hate out there. You go to Carmen Carrera's page, you're like, keep up, bitch. Keep up, bitch. I will fuck Carmen Carrera over 98% of the biological women on this planet. Call me a if you want to. I will gladly take that scarlet letter for one night in Carmen Carrera. Just one word you got to believe. Throw Joe DeRosa's face up there. It's funny.
You like that?
Yeah, I like when you have fun with it. I mean, women really have to compete because a lot of these trans women, man, a lot of them, like I said, it's sup, bruh. But, some of them really go full on with the femininity and they work their butts off in the gym and they look like so feminine, like Carmen Carrera. And there's plenty of examples, It's like transport. Transport is like going. It's like transport is like going to the supermarket, and there's like a lot of old grapes, and you gotta sift through all the like guys in wigs going like, oh, what's up, I'm a lady. And you go like, all right, that's not looking. And then you go to one, you're like, that looks like a lady. It's nice and ripe.
I'm fooled.
There's only like a few. Like you got to sift through a lot. It's like digging in the crates. Transport's like going to the old record store and you're going, what do they got? 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 Straight porn, you can go to anyone. You go to any, like all the women are hot. You're like, all right, yeah. But transport, you got to really dig in the crates. You go, all right, you got to do research. When you go to transport, you got to do research. You got to go, all right, I'm going to sift through a lot of sup bras. Sup, brah? Sup, brah? Ooh. How you doing, madam? So they got that pressure. Women got, trans women coming in on their sports, in their beauty, coming for their straight men. And now women are being attacked on the South flank. And J.K. Rowling's, you're going to have to tweet like a mad woman now. And Martina Navratilova, we're also being attacked on the South flank by AI influencer fake women who have OnlyFans account stealing horny dude dollars, and a lot of them. And the guy who created them and who is behind them is an Akash level booty boo. Okay? These influencers, you can go see them on OnlyFans. One of them is called Lee McQuella. Lil McQuella, Ema, and supermodel Shudu. Now, here's the worst part. They're on OnlyFans, so I guess they're like, are they moving or is it just pictures on OnlyFans?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah, so research that while I continue to go, are they moving? Here's the worst part. They're stealing money right out of your short-lived model career pockets. Okay? Because they are making deals. Well, I guess they're not making deals. Here's one of them. This chick doesn't exist. Well, you can tell she doesn't exist. She looks fake. God, look how real everything else looks, though. Let's look at one of them. No, she kind of looks real-ish. Which one's this?
This is Lil McQuella.
This is Lil McQuella.
No video, though. All photos.
No video. Okay, she looks very AI, man. So they've just gotten very popular. Who the fuck is commenting on a fake person's thing? People have lost their minds. We got to get off the internet, man. You're talking to someone who doesn't exist. She's got 2.7 followers. She's a creation of an Indian dude who fucking is eating butter chicken. McQuella. He doesn't exist. Oh, wait, she does have video.
This is her YouTube page. What the fuck?
Yeah, this has been happening to all the videos you've been watching. Hi, I'm 19-year-old. I'll be 19 forever, she says. Now she's flaunting girls. Hey, this is what AI is going to start doing. They're going to flaunt girls, right? So what's going to happen is this. Some real woman is going to lose her man to an AI girl, and they're going to fight, and that AI bitch is going to go, I'm 19 forever, bitch. I'll be 19 forever, you fucking aging. You meat sack bitch. You flesh and bone meat sack bitch. Now, here is, what was her name? Dude, these are AI supermodels that have big followings that are, you heard me right, signing deals with major brands, taking money from real women. And the money goes into this Indian dude's pocket, right? Because he created them. Like, they don't get the money because they're not real. Almost 8 million fans on social media follow Blauko. But these shiny celebrities have one thing in common. They're not celebrities. They're not real. Holy shit, dude. Virtual influencers, I had no idea. They're estimated to be worth $3.5 billion. The virtual influencer world is worth estimated $3.5 billion and is predicted to grow by 26% by 2025. Tech firms behind the computer-generated characters made by graphic designers and digital artists using artificial intelligence can rake in as much as $8,000 for a social media post by collaborating with big brands. And the dupe profiles are so realistic, many followers are convinced they are humans. Just last week, Nordic model Mila Sofia duped Twitter users into believing her glam bikini pics, supposedly posted from all over the world, were authentic, despite her account stating she is a 19-year-old robot girl. People are fucking stupid. I'm done with the morons. This is not the show for you. Fans were quick to call her gorgeous, sexy, and beautiful, with just a handful of people pointing out that she was an AI. Wow. Ted Murphy, founder of global influencer marketing firm, oh my God, Isa, says the rise of the virtual characters will transform the advertising landscape. They are not confined by human limitations. Now, this is where you're going to enjoy this part of the bit, the story, because you're going to get a Yanni take here, and you're going to like it. You're going to take your fucking farina, and it's going to go down the gullet. So the reason why these big fashion labels are into using these models is because there's no risk that they may have an opinion or say anything that is risque or off-brand or put the brand in a bad position. They're literally not people. So, you woke fucking morons have just put yourself right out of business. Because this is what, it's tiring to continue to talk about wokeness, but this really bears some highlighting, as it's a great example of the logical conclusion for which you advocate for. You know, you created an environment where there was only a certain amount of respectable and appropriate and correct opinions. And that was too much risk. That becomes too much risk because it's an ever-growing list that constantly encroaches on what used to be considered normal speech. It constantly grows and grows and grows, like the fucking coronavirus. So the companies just go, fuck that. I'm going to risk $0 by having a fake bitch who looks real, who everyone thinks is real, who gives a fuck, model my clothes, and I have no risk that she is going to be trying to tape Johnny Depp to get half of his money. There's going to be no risk she's going to be doing blow with a 60-year-old Kate Moss at a Noah Tepperberg party at Tao and flatlines while she's banging Jason Strauss. There's zero risk she's going to be caught texting someone the word. It's not going to happen. Beep it. We're not going to go back into her Twitter and find her say, you know what, Donald Trump had a few good policies that I'm for. We won't see that. 0% chance. We don't have to pay anyone to look through Twitters, to vet people, nothing. And people seem to prefer these AI bitches anyway because they're dumb, boy, dick-driven morons who think with their balls and their dick, and you could do anything to psych them out. as they put it, they get to have a high level of control over their messaging. God. They can maintain a consistent presence online, meaning that they never have to sleep or tire. Posting at predetermined times without fatigue. Oh, I was ahead of it. Which ensures regular engagement with the target audience and potential consumers. There is also a cost benefit. Instead of hiring expensive models and photographers, companies and brands can create stunning costume visuals with AI-generated characters, which are budget-friendly and still look fabulous. Now listen, you did this to yourself. Now here's Estelle. Estelle warned business chiefs to strike a balance between virtual and real influencers. She's not even saying get rid of them. Strike a balance. Like, I understand your bottom line thing. And also, it is nice that nobody will ever say we may need a better immigration policy. That's good. We don't want any model to say that ever. Why were they worried about models anyway? They're just kind of like, hey, can I have another Marlboro Light? That's all they say. It's like, is there Coke? Let me do Coke instead of eating, and can I have a Marlboro Light? That's all they say. Can I have a Marlboro Light? Every model just goes, do you have an extra Marlboro Light? That's really what they say. They say, hi, Noah. Hi, Jason. Ooh. Can I have a Marlboro Light? Noah Tepperberg and Jason Strauss. I grew up with Noah Tepperberg, and now they're like club moguls. Hey, Richie Akiva, can I have a Marlboro Light? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Where's Cillian Murphy sitting? Hi. Who's the heck? Hi. Oh, my God. Who's in here? Oh, my God. Can I have a Marlboro Light? Oh, my God. Is that James Harden? I'm going to sit on your table. Do you have a Marlboro Light? That's all they say anyway. So I don't even know. They're just cutting cost here. They're claiming it's this. But also, that's probably that. Samsung followed by hiring Lil McQuella, who's projected to earn $9 million this year. This is wild, dude. This is wild. We're living in this era. This gives me anxiety. It should give everyone anxiety. It gives anxiety for my daughter and like what it's going to mean to grow up with women. You know, because women are the ones being, it seems like, on the front lines of this sort of new, what is a woman? Nobody can answer it. Trans women won't even allow you to say they're trans women or that they used to be men. Like, they just like, I'm a woman, like, I'm a woman. It's like, you're not though. You're a trans woman, and that's fine. You're a woman, fine, but you're a trans woman. Can we just say trans woman? Otherwise, what's the point? What did you switch to then? You know, and my daughter's gonna have to deal with that, and people screaming at her if she's just going like, look, that's just what the truth is. I mean, I saw a trans guy today. A trans woman today. I could tell she was trans. You know, most of them you can tell. I mean, what do you want from me? And the reason why you can, I hate to say it, is because they are trans, right? It's very few that really pull it off. And then on the other side, now they got to deal with AI, the standards of beauty from AI, and what is a woman? Oh, a woman's not even real anymore. Woman's not even real. She's just something to be looked at. She's and my daughter's going to see, a fake thing with big tits is getting paid $9 million to be looked at by horny dudes who listen to fucking podcasts. You know? A bunch of fucking dirty socks podcast fans. Meet the AI influencer making millions from mega deals with fashion giants. Could you tell they don't exist? Not her. She looks real. Guy in India controls 10 AI-based OnlyFans accounts, making thousands a day, replacing the actual women. Next, there will be, what is that?
That's just a typo.
Next, there will be 500. A guy in India is in control. Wow. Like what is a woman, like are we, they're like replaceable, dog. AI girlfriends are here. Oh my God. And they're not run by real girls. It's dudes. Then we're going to have AI girl. It's going to, look, when you take that technology, right? I'm not saying I've tested it out, but I'll just say it feels good.
Well, you talk about the fleshlight.
Yeah, I'm not saying I tested out Eva Lovia's fleshlight, but I will say it feels real. And you take that technology and you put it on a robot. Eventually, the robot's going to look very human, and you'll be able to bang it. And guess what? No fumes as well, because they're not gonna put fumes on a girl unless you order it. You're like, I want to. You know, unless you're an older man who likes it. Hey, well, give me a fumy one. Give me a fume. Yeah. Give me one with fumes. Give me yeasty. There's gonna be a doll called Yeasty. She's got a yeast infection. This a guy likes it, dude. AI models. They're being signed. Which major companies are signing these models? Did I read correctly when I saw like actual recognizable brand names are making deals with this fucking Indian guy? Here we go. Dior, Calvin Klein, Chanel, and Prada have made deals with this fucking booty boo Indian guy for these influencers. This is where it got you. I'm sorry to say. The reasons why they claim they want them is because there's no possibility of them saying anything off-brand. So you made your bed. You made your bed. Now sleep in it, botch. Guys, small business shout out to our boy Jared Z, exclusiveautoshipping.com. If you're moving your car anywhere in the United States or the world, or if you bought a car out of state, get a quote, exclusiveautoshipping.com. It's a free quote, and they got student and military discounts for ya. They've been going since 2016, going strong. So Chris Minetti, you know it. Meet him at a Wawa. Give him your check. He'll give you cash. 215-750-3730. This has definitely got to be a front for the mafia. I mean, what's he doing? He's handing out money to forge check. I mean, what does he care? He's got a drug business going on, and he's like, look, here's my advertising budget. Yannis Pappas out. I didn't do the number or anything.
Oh, sorry.
Not like he cares. 215-750-3730, Philly, South Jersey area. Call Chris. That way the IRS can't keep track of it. That's his wording. For the free .art, music in Hawaii. Check them out. I'm going to do them quicker and quicker till they leave. Sporthorsefarrier.com, 864-200-9007. You got a problem with your horse's hoofs? Do you? Is your horse going, oh, have a weird look on its face because, like, my hoof's off? Well, call up Sam Gubera at 864-200-9007. I don't know if she'll travel. Sam, will you go to Connecticut? Will you go to Tijuana to get some horses cracked open and cleaned out? Who knows? But if you need a farrier with no fumes and over 10 years of experience, like I said, she rounded up, and you're in the Nashville area and ready to have more money in your wallet and a horse girlfriend without the horse problems. What does that mean? Wait a second. I'm ready to have a horse girlfriend without the horse problems. Semi. I'm into can-do girls. I'm into girls that can get, I'm into handy girls. I'm into girls who could beat me in an arm wrestling match. I'm ready. A horse girlfriend without the horse problems. What does that mean?
I don't know.
She knows who she's marketing to.
Oh, yeah.
There's no women on here going like, my horse needs new hooves. It's a couple good old boys going, I think my horse does need new hooves, Sammy. Make sure you wear those good old Levi's when you come down with a nice little belt buckle. Make sure it's tied around the behind the buttocks. Make sure the buttocks is tight. 864-200-9007, sporthorsefarrier.com, the Nashville area. Sam, tell us if you'll travel, because I'll have you up here to clean up my hoofs, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Manly Girly Studios, our favorite podcast conglomerate. They're on YouTube, manlygirlystudios.com. Get 40% off your first studio recording in North Carolina if you want to start a podcast by referencing this ad. They have a studio you can rent out. But go check out their comedy podcasts or their new travel content where they show you how to travel around the world. That's a good idea. Oh, let's check that out, whether in style or on a budget. Now you're talking. Mainstream, baby. I love you guys. DisplayPros.net. Jesse, what do? They set up booths.
Trade show booths, retail displays, promo items, anything you need printed. There you guys.
10% off. You mentioned me. You saw it here. All right, on your first purchase.
What's the deal is?
Or what's the deal is? But you can also just tell them Yannis sent you. DisplayPros.net. Matthew Albani, him and his mother started a nice little in-house shop Ma Insurance Services down there in St. Petersburg, Florida. MaInsuranceServices.com. 813-260-0338. Should we?
Want to call him?
Yeah.
Let's call him.
How do you block the number, though?
Oh,
We'll call him next time.
next time.
We'll call you next time. 813-260-0338. MaInsuranceServices.com. Give them a call. They got commercial property, auto, professional liability, general liability, and umbrella packages for you, workers' compensation, insurance policies, anything you need. This guy will do it. You killed a man, he'll get you insurance for it. You won't have to pay. It's his. Oh, look who's back. Our favorite international staffer. Our headhunting, our virtual headhunting company that should be an OnlyFans company. This sounds like it's Andrew Tate's LLC.
That's right.
Staffing Beaver. All right. Staffing Beaver does one thing. They find you offshore remote talent to fill important roles in your business. From law firms to cleaning companies, they help businesses all over North America make remote hires. I need a housekeeper here. Hit me up. Yeah, find me the most undocumented bitch you can find. Does she take pesos? I'm listening. A 30-minute discovery call with, what's his name?
Rob.
With Rob. A 30-minute discovery call with Rob can save you 70% on what you're currently paying to fill roles locally. Wow, yeah. That's what we need. Less American jobs. Hire a bookkeeper, customer service rep, data entry specialist, graphic designer, inbound call expert, outbound call expert, you name it. Go to staffingbeaver.com and schedule a discovery call with Robert. Here's the thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a housekeeper in here, and I'm also going to try to find a girl who can blow me on this side without opening her mouth. Do you got any of those? I'm just kidding. Any good masseuses who work off the books? Mention that Yanni sent you and you get 10% off your first placement fee. If I mention I sent me when I'm on the call, does it work as well? Office space, no problem. Supplies, get out of here. Global talent is the hack. I just want to read his whole thing. Global talent is the hack to growing your business faster. It's true. Cut down on your costs. Make sure to follow them on Twitter @StaffingBeaver for everything global talent.